Coming up on Murrow News 8, a campus-wide cocaine alert sent out yesterday.
And a decision made by Pullman City Council that can affect business owners. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello, I'm Becky Oberlander.
And I'm Tyler Colvis.
Washington State University police sent out an email about potentially finding fentanyl-laced cocaine on campus yesterday, April 23rd. The email was sent at 5:18 p.m. to all WSU accounts and said that police thought they found the substance, but that no further details were known at the time. Murrow News 8 called WSU police for updates, but no new information was given.
Have been sent to prison on federal sentences. Aaron Ong and Nadia Cole took Aaron's 2-year-old daughter and fled to Mexico with help from Aaron's father, James Ong. Aaron is sentenced to 3 years, James will serve 2.5, and Cole will spend 6 months in prison. Aaron is a Moscow resident and Cole is a recent WSU grad.
2 people were found dead in their home last night. Latah County deputies were called to the home for a welfare check around 4 p.m. The reporting party asked deputies to check on the residents because they hadn't heard from them in some time. Deputies found 66-year-old Kent Rauchi and 65-year-old Krista Rauchi dead inside. Police say there is no evidence of a homicide, but an investigation is ongoing.
Tomorrow is National Drug Take-Back Day. Local law enforcement agencies will be accepting expired or unused medical drugs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Last week, Pullman City Council voted in favor of a sales tax increase. The tax increase is intended to make up for a budget shortfall for the Pullman Police. The council's approval means the sales tax in Pullman will jump an additional 0.10%. The police department specially requested the increase and had to complete over 2,000 hours of specialized state training to do so.
Today marks the start of the Kino Short Film Festival in Moscow. The festival will go today and tomorrow and celebrates filmmakers from the Pacific Northwest. Viewers can watch short films of several genres, including narratives, documentaries, animation, and a few more. The event will be at the Kenworthy Performing Arts Center and will have workshops from industry professionals to teach those interested.
And coming up, a crafty way to support WSU's mission to end rabies.
And the top 10 seniors have been announced. Who they are, you'll find out after the break.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you,
Yes.
your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
A Massachusetts craft artist is using handmade work to help WSU fight rabies. The artist is selling small creations to raise money for dog vaccinations in Africa, where the rabies is still a serious threat. WSU says the effort supports its larger mission to help end rabies through research and prevention.
New USDA grants are helping WSU scientist Kang Huang make food safer. After earning a $1 million grant in 2024, Huang received 2 additional grants totaling $1.3 million over 3 years. The grants support developing food-safe coatings to slow spoiling, safer food processing with AI, and improve biopesticides.
The WSU Bear Research Facility has started testing bear-resistant equipment on the bears that reside here in Pullman. One goal of this research is to reduce human and bear interaction to protect the grizzlies in the wild. The grizzlies have been testing food containers since 2022. For a company's product to earn its spot on the bear-resistant products list, a product has to withstand 60 minutes of activity of a bear actively trying to get into it. Research so far has shown that containers with twisting and snapping lids hold better than a regular cooler.
The Palouse Family Fair Walk and Roll is coming up. Our reporter Grant Cavalier is there to tell us more. Grant?
Well, thanks guys. I'm here at the Pullman City Playfield, and this Saturday the Pullman Family Fair Walk and Roll will be held. Now, this free event will include face painting, cotton candy, a bike rodeo, and also a wheelchair obstacle course from 1 to 4 p.m. And if you want to see our mascot Butch and also taste tea lentil, then at 2:30 they will start doing 1 lap at a time, as this event is for disability awareness and inclusion. If the sun starts to come out, I may take a lap already myself. And as always, I'm Grant Cavalier. Back to you guys at the desk.
And WSU has released their list of top 10 seniors for this year. Starting off in academics is Joe Gonzalez, who is studying chemistry and biochemistry, and Eva Rickard, studying data analytics. In the athletics category, Ben Borgita, who played for the men's golf team, and Emily Lundgren for women's swim were named. In campus involvement, Bargov Iyer and Murrow Ramirez, both studying biology, were named. In the community service realm, Angelique Anderson, studying media innovation, and Audrey Elliott, studying rhetoric and professional writing, were both picked. And last but not least, in the visual performances category, Kendall Clifton, studying musical education, and Hai Xing Lewis, studying art history, were named. Congratulations to these recipients.
A band in Portland combined music with math. Our reporter Connor Seifling covered this group. Connor?
After a show one night, guitarist Nick Hamill was handed lyrics built on math puns?
Wait, you guys are legitimately into this? Like there's some weird Venn diagram of like math and music, and nerds are in the middle.
It's with this instrument, the calculator, and of course these instruments, musically, that come together to make this math funk band Mr. Vale's math class. Since its founding nearly 10 years ago, math tutor and band leader Jordan Vale has seen around 30 to 40 people be a part of the band. That ever-evolving band has created a long-running music community with math as a subtle part of the band's themes.
Just trying to have fun, and then it's nice to have like a disguise for challenging concepts that I wouldn't want to write about otherwise. Or I don't know, there's enough love songs, so it's fun to have a little wordplay.
Hamill joined after meeting Vale early on among Portland State music students. He says the band lets him simply be himself.
I do the same thing I did in math class in high school, which is show up late and goof off in the back, and it just felt like, oh cool, I can do that here.
Mr. Vale's math class may not have a massive following, but they serve as a local band's building community on every stop of their tour of the PNW.
I mean, I feel like there's just so much support from the community towards local artists here. Yeah. And there's so many really talented local artists. This place just really breeds music and community in such a special way.
Music, community, and math is what brings Mr. Vale's math class together, and there really isn't much else like them.
We're terminally unique. There can only be one, or what's the square root of 2 is irrational, so that's where we're at.
With videographer Andres de Robles, I'm Connor Seiferling, reporting from Pullman, Murrow, News 8.
up next, a goat with a pink goatee survives surgery.
And why you should not get too excited about the sunny weather after the break.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad!
You're gonna do great, Grace.
You saved me. Dad?
Make sure.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
There's good news today as a goat named Taxi is returning home healthy. Michelle Davidson traveled to Pullman with her 7-year-old goat from Kennewick seeking treatment after a tumor with 2 different cancers was found near Taxi's trachea. After a high-risk surgery at the WSU Vet Teaching Hospital, doctors pulled through and are now raving about one memorable patient. It's not every day that you see a goat with a pink-dyed beard that walks on a leash.
The downtown Pullman Starlight Market starts today from 6 to 10 p.m. at Pine Street Plaza. Get ready for shopping, live music, and community gathering at this market. Handmade crafts, food, and floral arrangements are all vendors that will be at this market.
And that sounds like so much fun. We have so many events coming up this weekend.
I know, right? Grace, what's the weather looking like?
Thanks, guys. So to start off the weather, answering that main question about the unpredictability we've been seeing recently. Will that back and forth between hot and cold to hot continue? Thankfully, I can tell you guys no. Starting honestly today, this weather will be fairly consistently evening out throughout the next week. It will be a little bit cloudier than it is today, unfortunately. So don't get so excited about the sunniness that we've been seeing today. However, starting off with today, we are sitting at about 50 degrees as the high and about 30 degrees as the low, pretty low wind speeds. However, as we start dipping into these sub-freezing temperatures in the early morning hours, I would expect a little bit of slickness on that road. So if you do plan on having an early morning, I would give yourself a couple extra minutes to warm up that car. Now jumping into tomorrow, the weather will be very similar, highs around 50 and lows around 30. Very consistent wind speeds, however, it will be a little bit cloudier tomorrow. So if you plan to attend that spring game in the afternoon or the baseball game a little bit later in the evening, it will be a little bit cloudier. Now, as we look across at the state map, starting on the west side with Seattle and Olympia, it's looking at about 60 degrees and 40, very sunny and beautiful. As we go into central Washington, looking at about the same. However, as we dip into those sub-freezing temperatures, we are expecting to see a freeze warning go through the Tri-Cities. Now, as we continue into eastern Washington with Pullman and Spokane, we're looking a little bit colder, about 50 and 30, as I said. Now, quick look at this 5-day forecast. We are getting a little bit colder and a little bit cloudier. However, it is sitting very consistent, as I mentioned at the beginning. Now, that is all I have for you guys on weather. I'll toss it back to the desk for more news.
Thanks, Grace. This weekend, a flamenco dance performance comes to Moscow. The Jesus Munoz Flamenco Performance Arts Association will be at Moscow's Kenworthy Performing Arts Center on Sunday at 6 p.m. Tickets are available at festivaldance.org.
With Mother's Day rapidly approaching, the Genesee Spring Craft Fair will be held this Saturday to help you get some gifts for your mom. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Genesee Fire Station, this free event will take place where handcrafted goodies from locals and a wide variety of options to shop around for a Mother's Day gift.
On Saturday morning at 11 a.m., Rini Park is hosting a wellness social. The event will last until 3 p.m. and will feature a variety of local vendors and live music. You can also enjoy a Pilates sculpt class in the park hosted by Sherry Amore in Sculpt Studios.
The Pullman Market on Main is on for tomorrow as well, lasting from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. There will be 11 local vendors and more live music.
There is a wind farm war amongst the Palouse. Our reporter, Logan Sear, has the story. Logan?
There's a long-lasting history between wind farm and anti-wind farm parties, and if you're driving across the Pullman Highway, you may notice signs kind of like that. Save the Palouse is a local nonprofit group that raises awareness about the growth of wind farms in the region. Their signs stretching across the Palouse protest specifically the Harvest Hills project, which targets Kamiak, Steptoe, and Rose Creek. Paul Kimmel, the business and public affairs manager at Avista in the Palouse region, details the multifaceted dilemma of serving the community and complying the regulations.
We don't pick the winners and losers. We have legal requirements, federal requirements that expect us, mandate us to provide that fair, non-discriminatory access on our system.
These Washington mandates require 80% of energy being renewable by 2030 and 100% renewable by 2045.
I don't farm, but the guy up the road farms for the estate, and he's opposed to it. But another guy back there, about 4 miles back on the road, has signed up to let him put, the big generators on his land.
On March 2nd, the Whitman County Commissioners passed a ban on commercial wind farms 2-1, which hindered the Harvest Hills project as a whole. Steelhead America, the pre-existing manufacturers for the Harvest Hill project, still plans to build turbines on private land. Shane Roche, Senior Development Manager for Steelhead, points out how sharing farmland can be mutually beneficial.
It minimally impacts their farming operations. They can farm right up to the turbine base, right up to the roads. And we provide a steady stream of weatherproof and income that's not dependent on crop prices and not dependent on fuel prices.
As energy companies work to meet demands, farmers on the Palouse continue to weigh costs and the opportunities. This is Logan Sear, reporting from Pullman, Murrow, News 8.
And after the break, we're going to hear the NFL draft reactions.
And WC football is coming back soon. Stay tuned.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
I'm Ibrahim Daniel with your sport news. Washington State Track is back home and will be hosting the Cougar Classic today. The meet will feature a full day of events, including relays, as well as distant races and field competitions, with postseason meets right around the corner, giving athletes a key opportunity to improve those times and qualifying marks. WSU baseball returns to Bailey Brayton Field for a 3-game series against New Mexico, with both teams sitting in the near top of the Mountain West standings. The Cougars enter the weekend 21-20 overall and 9-6 in conference play, coming off a series win against UNLV and looking to stay in the title race. Gavin Roy leads WSU offensively with a .370 batting average, while Ryan Shawnsby leads the team in power with 6 home runs and 35 RBIs. The first pitch is set for today at 6 p.m. WSU Tennis beat Santa Clara 4-0. The win will advance Wazoo to the semifinals in the WCC tournament. WSU will face San Diego Friday in the semifinals. Eva Alvarez-Sande was the star of the day for WSU. Every time they needed a clutch save, Eva was there to make it. Then let's get on to the NFL. The first round of the NFL draft finished last night, and the world champion Seahawks won once again, selecting Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. After losing Kenneth Walker in free agency and Zach Charbonnet suffering a torn ACL in the playoffs last season, they were shorthanded in the backfield. And the cherry, make it all better, the Seahawks, their rivals, the Rams, selected quarterback Ty Simpson with the 13th pick in the draft, as well as the Cardinals selecting Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame, with the 3rd overall pick. While Love is a star in the making for sure, he'll make over $13 million a season, making him one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL already. Our reporter Connor went asking students about how they felt about the draft. Connor?
NFL draft happened last night, and obviously a lot of students here at WSU are big fans of the NFL, a lot of Seahawks fans as well. So with that in mind, I went onto campus to see what students thought.
I mean, I was surprised they didn't move back, but, you know, I think they could have moved back and still picked Price, but I'm glad we got a running back. I watched the tape. He kind of looks similar to Kenneth Walker, so.
Stand out to me. And then also who the Cardinals drafted, Jeremiah Love, because their offensive line is absolutely atrocious. I actually looked it up. Last year they averaged only 93 rushing yards per game, 2nd worst in the NFL, and they also allowed an average of 3.5 sacks per game. So I don't really know what they're doing there.
I just feel like he's going to be like Mariota, super high, and then kind of just the bed.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's what I feel like.
So do you feel like he shouldn't have gone number 1 then? Where would you have put him at?
Top 5 for sure, but not number 1, I don't think.
I thought it was pretty cool because I saw like Love got taken obviously earlier in the draft, but no, I thought it was kind of cool. I was expecting them to trade back, kind of what I was thinking, just because that's what Schneider usually does. But yeah, I think it was cool. I think they were just kind of ran out of people to trade their pick with. So.
Connor Seiferling reporting for Pullman, Murrow, News 8.
And if you're looking for something to do tomorrow afternoon, WSU football is having their annual Crimson vs. Gray game. The game is free to attend, but if you want to sit bougie in the club section, it will only cost $10. The game is at 2 p.m., but gates open at 1 p.m. at Martin Stadium. But I want to get back to the Seahawks in the draft. You know, I felt like there was a lot of positional needs that we needed, but I kind of wanted a corner or, you know, get Anthony Bradford out of the old line and go get an Iowa Midwestern type of guard. But it's whatever. But I really feel like the Jets did a lot. You know, they got Kenan Sadiq, they got a D tackle from Texas Tech, they got a bunch of players who are going to make impact plays, but then they're the Jets, so it doesn't really matter. And then the Eagles, they also, you know, they got the receiver who is a little strange, you know, Mekhi Lemon. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know. I'm excited for the Seahawks, and we're going back to back. But that's all I got for you guys for sports.
And we'll have more of that NFL draft talk later, but after the break, a fossil from millions of years ago was found mummified. So we'll hear more of that after this.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
A fossil from over 289 million years ago was revealed, mummified skin and scales. The fossil was discovered in cave systems near Oklahoma. Since being mummified, scientists discovered how this reptile breathed millions of years ago. That's incredible, but I think what's even more incredible is the NFL draft that is going on. Tyler, what are your thoughts?
Hey, as a big Eagles fan, I'm happy that we actually picked Mekhi Lemon. You know, we are going to have Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon, Dontavia Wicks, Hollywood Brown as the 4 wide receiver core for the Philadelphia Eagles. You can go ahead and give us that ring already. What are your thoughts more on it?
Yeah, America, disregard everything that was just said in the last 20 seconds. The Eagles will not be winning the Super Bowl. I think they did good with Mekhi Lemon, but I feel like A.J. Brown's going to be gone. Hollywood Brown in 2026, what are we expecting? I'm not expecting anything. I don't know. I just feel like Jalen Hurts still has to be able to throw the ball. We saw what happened to their offense last season. Saquon Barkley looked like a shell of himself from 2024 when they won. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan. TK, I know you have an opposite opinion, but the Seahawks will welcome you when you're ready to.
It's okay. I will never turn to Seattle, but we can't be dissing Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has already led his team to 2 Super Bowl appearances, including a ring himself 2 years ago. And if I'm not mistaken, he won Super Bowl MVP in that game, if I'm not mistaken. So I hate all the arguments that say Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball, he can't hit open receivers. It's cap. Just watch the game where we beat down the Kansas City Chiefs, stop them with a 3-peat. I think Saquon Barkley's going to have a bounce-back year. He's going to be full of himself again. The offensive line, they had some injuries. They were shaken up a little bit, but I think they're going to find themselves together, maybe add another draft pick because Lane Johnson was considering retirement, which is kind of scary. But if he's back for 1 more year, find a replacement, though. Get him trained up. We'll be back.
America, the same thing. Disregard the last 45 seconds.
Okay.
We're not worried about Saquon Barkley. Sam Darnold, actually, who he was dissing about the Super Bowl MVP, threw for 300 yards in the NFC Championship game, something that Jalen Hurts has never done before. Now, the Seahawks, amazing defense. You know, we still have Devin Witherspoon. We still have, you know, all these superstars all over the team. We're going to have our rookie. He's probably going to go for 1,200 yards. Hot take, but he's going to be able to do it. Also, Jackson Smith and Jigba. We can't forget about the Offensive Player of the Year, the best receiver in the NFL. Just signed a record-breaking deal. I need some money for tuition as well. But so, what do you think about JSN? And what do you think about A.J. Brown and him potentially being traded?
I mean, we got Mekhi Lemon. He's going to get traded. I mean, if he doesn't get traded, that's going to be awesome. But you know what's funny that happened? Ty Simpson getting drafted by the Rams when they already have an MVP quarterback starting, and they already have Stetson Bennett, who they got last year. Why are we getting Ty Simpson in the first round?
Enough of this arguing. That's all we have for you today. Make sure to follow us on social media and have a good Friday.